Hi, this is Sandy Teger from Broadband Home
Here
Central.
at IPTV World Forum, and I'm speaking with Kelvin from MTS, Kelvin Shepherd. Good to see you, Kelvin.
Nice to meet you, Sandy.
Kelvin, I've known MTS for a while, and I'm really interested. How did a company that was new to the video market come in and manage to capture 1/3 of the customers for video when there was an embedded incumbent in there?
Well, it's interesting because it's true. We started with no customers in 2003, and at the end of 2007, nearly a third of the market in terms of market share. And I think obviously you have to do more things right and fewer things wrong. So I'd like to think we've got it mostly right. I think one of the key things we did was recognize pretty early on that we needed to have some differentiation. Simply technology was not that differentiated. What we focused on were a couple of things. One clearly was the fact it was all digital, the quality, the features, and those sorts of things. Those helped. But I think one of the key differentiators was that we recognized that people wanted more flexibility in their packaging and their channel choice. And so we went out of our way early on to design a channel lineup and a packaging lineup that was more flexible and allowed customers to potentially, for the same money that they were paying for their cable subscription, get a better lineup of channels, a more flexible lineup of channels, and see the content they wanted. So we said, you know, pay for what you want to get, don't pay for what you don't want to get. And while you can't do that 100%, you know, we went and made it a lot better for the customer than what the cable companies were offering in terms of that channel selection and packaging.
Well, it was interesting because, as I mentioned earlier, we were talking with one of your people, and as I understood it at least, some of your customers actually ended up paying more on their total bill and feeling better about it.
Yes, you know, interesting enough, our average revenue for a TV customer is, you know, nearly $50. So customers taking our TV service are not basic TV subscribers. They are looking for a $15 basic channel package. So they're, most of them are taking a big channel package, big lineup. In many cases, they felt better about taking more because they could get what they wanted. And so they, in many cases, actually upsubscribe. I didn't talk about it today a whole lot, but you know, our online channel package capability where customers can go in and through a web portal change their channel lineup and packaging, see their price, activate it, and go back and it's on their TV. We were quite concerned. We said, wow, well, most people use that to take fewer channels. Actually, interestingly enough, there's actually more ups than downs.
So are you feeling some pressure now that VOD, HDTV are things that are making their appearances with the cable guys? You know, your current technology has not supported that.
Yeah, you know, we do have VOD. We've had it in the market for some time now. And so we're not really at any disadvantage with VOD other than that it's been, we found it slow going. Now, interesting enough, in the last 6 months, we've seen more uptake on VOD and believe that maybe, you know, it just takes a while to get that, to customers using it. They have to get used to using it, right? So what we have got is some challenges around things like high definition and PVRs. And we do have HD in our market, but we introduced it a couple of years ago. Haven't marketed it actively. We've used it more as a retention tool. It's not a great HD service, and when I say that, it has nothing to do with the quality of the picture or anything. It's just that we have a limited lineup, and the set-top is fairly expensive for the customer. So we are investing in a technology evolution plan using Microsoft MediaRoom, and certainly a very strong HD offering, and a significant advancement in home PVR including the whole roadmap, would be two things that platform will bring that I think will position us extremely well when you look at what cable can deliver.
Can you say a few words about how you chose Microsoft? I mean, early on
sure.
there was a lot of discussion about rooms full of D servers and all the equipment and channel change and load on the system, and I'm sure you heard all the same things that we did, and so you worked your way through that and made that decision.
Well, you know, probably to some extent we're fortunate in that being early leaders and having a very solid platform that's been very successful, we would have a little bit more time. And so we really started probably about a year and a half ago looking at follow-on technology evolution options. And at that point, the Microsoft platform had evolved and was mature enough that we felt pretty confident in terms of a lot of these early issues that we heard about, the scaling issues, the reliability issues had pretty much been, in our mind, put aside. And what we were really much more interested in was really the Microsoft capabilities in terms of convergence and cross-platform. And so certainly, although we need things that do a great job on TV, and it does, we're quite excited that when you bring in things like the Xbox platform, when you bring in the ability to look at what Microsoft can do for us in the internet space and in the mobile wireless space, to use that platform to have a much better converged cross wireless, wireline, broadband capability.
Now, what else are you going to have to change in your technology base as you do this? Do you have some things in your access network that are going to be changing because of the HD bandwidth?
Interestingly, our current fiber to the node platform in Winnipeg, where we built fiber to within 900 meters for 96-97% of the homes in the neighborhood. We don't really have to do a lot fundamentally. We're really looking at an overlay where you can use that existing infrastructure, the fiber, the cabinets, all those things, put in a DSLAM with VDSL2 capability, and over that plant we'll be able to get a significant increase in bandwidth. That combined with MPEG-4 is going to give us a lot more capability, not just on the TV side to do HD, but what I'm also excited about is the capabilities it can give us in terms of our internet platform. Because clearly there's pressure, continuing competitive pressure to increase internet bandwidth and capability, and having a stronger broadband platform is going to let us do that. So we will do some probably enhancement of that footprint, but it'll be an incremental type of thing, not a full-blown replacement or anything.
One last question before we go. I noticed on the floor in the showroom there are lots of people looking at monitoring and quality of experience. And early on at shows I had heard a lot from telcos about service calls, churn, ability to find out where the problems were. Have you put some monitoring equipment in? And if so, what's your approach to quality of experience?
Well, we have some monitoring capability. It's largely actually focused at our head, focused really more. Most of what we found is from a video quality point of view, 90%, 95% of the troubles are incoming from the content. So most of the repair issues we get at the end of the day tend to be a set-top issue, or sometimes it can be a bad port in the network or a loop-related issue, but a lot of it's CPE, and probably not to be unexpected at the end of the day. That's where the majority of the trouble calls end up. Now, going into the Microsoft platform, more IP-based.
How about more set-tops, home networking?
There probably, is more to learn there for sure. Okay, thanks, Sandy.